Hi friends, welcome to Friday's devotional. I am so excited to be able to do the devotional the week before Holy Week. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year, and it's one that I want to kind of direct us to and ask you a few questions of if you can think back to how many Easter services you've attended in your life. How many would you say? I would say I'm at about 39. This will be my 39th Easter service, and I've been to probably almost as many Good Friday services as that. And there's also a lot of traditions that my family has around Christmas, Easter, not Christmas. We often would do fun scavenger hunts, and there's certain songs we would sing, things we would listen to on the radio, all that kind of stuff. Oftentimes, growing up, we would watch the 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston on TV because that's just what we did at Easter time. And those are the natural things that I can fall into, those rhythms, the things that I naturally gravitate to doing this time of year because it just feels like that's what I should do. But this year especially, I'm wanting to be more intentional about this week and preparing well for Good Friday and Easter Sunday. And not just preparing all the things, getting my Easter outfit ready, but preparing my heart. Because I think so often that when we have things that we've been accustomed to a lot, that we can brush past the need or the reason why we do those things. And ultimately what I want to do is send us back to John chapter 11 today and verse 25. And so we see Jesus standing outside Lazarus' tomb. He's dead, and Mary and Martha are there, and they're weeping and crying and asking Jesus why he wasn't there. And this is what Jesus has to say to them. In verse 25, he says, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, even if he dies, will live. Everyone who lives and believes in me will never die." And he ends with this question: do you believe this? Do you believe this? Maybe that's a question that we each need to ponder this week. Do we believe this? Do I believe this in the way it works out in my life? Do I live my life knowing each day that the sin that I have in my life has already been paid for? The blood that is needed to be shed for my sin and my shame has already been accomplished on the cross. Because that's what we get to celebrate next week. But I think it can become something that we hear a lot in the church. And if you study your Bible, you hear it a lot, you see it, you read about it a lot. But I think pausing and reflecting, especially on Holy Week, that's a good thing to do, is to really just say, God, I want to pause with you and reflect on what you have done, on the sacrifice you have made on my behalf, for me, for every sin I've ever done, for every sin I'm going to do. You have paid the price. And so I want to encourage you this week just to take some added reflection time. Maybe ask yourself that question. If you're a journaler, journal out that question and kind of what that brings up in your mind and in your heart. And maybe go on a walk and talk with God about that question. And like, how is this playing out in my life? Does my life look like I believe that Jesus is the resurrection and the life? Because that is really where the crux of the matter is. Do we live out what we believe? So with that, friends, may you be blessed this weekend as you go into Holy Week. I pray that you really meet Jesus where he is, and that he just speaks to your heart about just what you need to hear in this season. And blessings until next time.